Welcome back to SBN Video. This week, domestic football resumes. I'm Ayanda Vezi, and with me is none other than Desh. Desh, how's it, man?
Hi, SBN viewers. Ayanda. Good and you?
I'm good, man. First, let's start by saying congratulations to Bafana for qualifying for next year's AFCON. Yeah. They made us proud, even though we
we left it late.
yeah, man. So congratulations to the guys. They delivered. Hugo Bruce said, "If I don't qualify, you can kill me." Now he's saved.
It was great scenes. I saw the players tossing him up in the air, following their victory, and just wish I was there live.
yeah, man. We have massive football this weekend. Obviously, EPL is back, PSL is back, like the whole domestic football is back. Man City are playing Liverpool. Foden is out for Man City and Haaland is doubtfully.
Yeah.
What does this mean for Man City? Going to play Liverpool, but Liverpool are traveling to Etihad. What does this mean for Pep Guardiola losing your key two players in such a game because Foden is out due to an appendix surgery that he had, and for Haaland rather is doubtful that he will be available for the game.
I think the title race is back on track. City come into this one 8 points, trailing Arsenal.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be they do have a game in hand. And they do play Arsenal as well, so it starts with a victory over here if Man City are to claw their way back to the top of the table. As you mentioned, two key players for Man City. Obviously, Haaland is the main one.
Yeah.
But Foden, I think with him, he's turned into a bit of a squad player for me this season. I think his contract talks have been something that has plagued his season.
Yeah.
City have said that they do want to extend it. Guardiola has mentioned that the club has been working hard and it has been some time in the pipeline, and I think he'll be putting pen to paper this season, but obviously it hasn't translated onto the pitch. I believe 9 Man City players have accumulated more league minutes than Foden has this season, so it tells you that nobody is safe in Guardiola's team.
Okay, so going into this game, what is the plan for Guardiola? What is the plan to put pressure on Arsenal? Because we know Man City, they are the kind of a team that leaves it until down the wire. Like they are the defending champions. And Guardiola has that mentality of not giving up until it's over.
I think Man City's blueprint this season has been just to feed Haaland. Honestly, like every time I watch them, it's the same sort of game plan. Just get the ball and then feed the number 9. And he has delivered. Ahead of this round of fixtures, I believe he's been directly involved in 49% of Manchester City's goals in the Premier League. That tells you how important he is. Last season, De Bruyne had topped that statistic only on 23%. And the season before that, it was still De Bruyne on 22%. So it tells you that the whole game plan has changed. And it really is feed Haaland and then see what happens from there.
Okay. Speaking about injured players for Liverpool, Luis Diaz is back. What does this mean for Jurgen Klopp's side? He has been out for a very long time, and people have been saying that Liverpool, the reason why they have not been performing like last season, it's because of the injuries that they've suffered.
Yeah. 100% injuries have been plaguing Liverpool for some time. And I think Klopp will be very happy to get his Colombian superstar back into the lineup.
Yeah.
I know when he had signed for Liverpool, he was instrumental in their team, and he has been an integral part of them. For one, I'm happy that he's returning. Obviously, you want to see the most attacking Liverpool outfit because they are a team that just wants to run at defenses, and he's somebody that embodies that. They have struggled for a consistent 11. You mentioned injuries. The squad has been, chopping and changing here and there. But I think Diaz goes straight into the lineup in this one. I believe Gakpo was a bit of a doubt. He missed the France. He missed the Netherlands 4-0 drubbing by the hands of France. But he did a feature. I think they played Gibraltar in that following fixture. I think Van Dijk, another Dutchman over there. There was rumours of a food poisoning outbreak in the Dutch camp. So I'm not sure how those players will translate in this one. But yeah, you know, Diaz, I think he's going to be a integral part of Klopp's plans from here till the remainder of the season, especially as they try to claw back that top 4 position.
Definitely. Can Liverpool, because I know Arsenal fans, going into this game, they back Liverpool to do them a favour. Will that happen? And if it does happen, what does this mean now for Man City when it comes to the title now? Do they just give up on the Premier League, or they or focus on the Champions League if it happens that they lose to Liverpool, or they'll keep on going until the end?
I think it's all man for themselves in this league. You know, the English top flight is so competitive that it's like literally all man, everybody for themselves. Liverpool play Man City, Chelsea, and then Arsenal in the next 3. So it's a huge April for Klopp's side. You know, they have been knocked out of the Champions League, and I think they will try and go all guns blazing into the Premier League. I believe that they are in 6th position and 7 points outside the top 4, with 2 games in hand over currently 4th place Spurs. So you know it's going to be a very important next few games for Jurgen Klopp, and possibly could determine his future at the club.
Okay, so now I want you to tell me the key players for either side that you're looking forward to. Say, these are the players that I'm looking forward to see on the day.
Hands down, it has to be Mohamed Salah for me. You know, he's been such a player for Liverpool over the years,
and he loves playing against the Man City.
You know, he is a big game player. You know, he doesn't shy away from a challenge. And right now, I've noticed Pep Guardiola's side has been playing a back 3 of recent. So you know, he has changed it up again. And I think Salah will fancy his chances. I believe Nathan Ake is on the left-hand side. The right-hand side is Akanji, and I think in the centre is either John Stones or Aymeric Laporte. But I do think Salah will fancy his chances against this outfit. It has worked though. The 3 at the back has worked for Pep Guardiola across their previous 5 fixtures across all competitions. They've kept 5 clean sheets, netting 19 goals in that time. Tells you aggregate scoreline of 19-0 across their previous 5 across all competitions.
This is a massive game.
It's a huge fixture, and it seems like that they have got their tried and tested formula.
So if it happens, Julian Alvarez, we know he's we can call him a backup for Haaland. What does this game mean if it happens that Haaland is not available for Alvarez?
I think it'll be a straight swap. You know, he has played a few important fixtures for City this term, especially coming off the bench.
And so he was even important for Argentina in the World Cup. So this game won't be like won't bring too much pressure on him.
He wouldn't want to play second fiddle to anybody. And you did mention his World Cup triumphs, obviously leading the line in that star-studded Argentina 11. So he is himself a big game player, and you know, he'd want to slowly carve himself an opportunity going forward and maybe make the selection headache for Pep Guardiola all that more difficult.
Okay, now it's time for prediction. I want you to, before I give you my prediction, I want you to give me your prediction.
I'm going with a 2-2 draw here. I can't see either side walking away with the 3 points. Obviously, that does make it favourable for Arsenal in their title race. But I just can't see either side walking away with a loss here.
Well, my prediction is that Man City will seal this one by 2-1. And Alvarez, if it happens that he plays, I will put him on my ticket as any time player to score if he starts the game. Right, moving along, let's go to PSL. It's back. Second spot. We know Sundowns, they have won the league. Second spot is there to fight for. Kaizer Chiefs, obviously, Super Sport United, and Orlando Pirates. Obviously, Cape Town City are slightly coming into that competition for the second spot. Kaizer Chiefs are playing Stellies, of which they have players that they are linked with Kaizer Chiefs, the likes of Junior Midata and Sbongiseni Mthethwa that are linked with Kaizer Chiefs. So Is this their audition match when Stellies travel to FNB to play Amakosi?
As you mentioned, that the competition for that second spot is heating up. There are a number of clubs all going for that, and you know, Chiefs are one of them. But as you mentioned, the likes of Cape Town City and Orlando Pirates and SuperSport United, who are looking, they are my favourites actually to get the second spot. Richards Bay United obviously had that for majority of the season, but they have slipped away in previous weeks. But you mentioned the two key plays for Stellenbosch. Look, Stellenbosch are a selling club, like whichever way you look at it. They generally do lose their top talent, and I think they might find themselves in the same predicament this time around. Mendetta is obviously on 12 goal involvements for the season, being 5 strikes and 7 assists. So it tells you that he can do everything at the top end of the pitch. And I think Chiefs are lacking in that area. You know, they did bring in a former former Stellenbosch player in the like of
Quinika.
Zita.
Nika, and they have like a good selling relationship between those two teams.
So this game, it would be an audition for them, but I'm sure like over the course of the season, Chiefs would have been scouting those players.
Speaking about Kaizer Chiefs scouting players and signing players, there were reports saying that Tutuzi Mtanzane from Cape Town City, it's a done deal. He will join Kaizer Chiefs. The only thing that is stumbling in that deal is the agri fee payment between the
two clubs.
And also the captain of TS Galaxy, the defender there, Simango, he's also joining Amakosi. What does this mean for Kaizer Chiefs? And looking at their whole performance over the season, what does this mean, these signings?
Yeah, those are top first team players. You know, as you mentioned, captain of a fellow PSL club, you know, the amount of experience he'd come. And you know, TS Galaxy.
He's still young.
Yeah. So it's, I believe TS Galaxy would be open to letting that player go. Obviously, it's as captain, so the fee would need to be good enough to maybe force their hand. Because I'm sure they wouldn't want to do it voluntarily. The same with Ndansane at Cape Town City. You know, he looks like a future Bafana national, and I'm sure that's probably slowing down the agreement. But he does look like a replacement for Kama Bulliet. You know, he hasn't played much this season. He has had his injury woes and has been frozen out the squad as well. So I think both those players could look like next season they could be part of the Glamour Boys.
Yeah, I'm sure our Amakosi fans, they are happy to hear those news, because they have been like calling for Simango and Mtanzane. It's been many years they saying they want Kaizer Chiefs management to bring in those players. So I want us to focus now on Stellenbosch. Yes, they have been like kind of struggling, but they seem like now they are in the top 8. They are doing fine. They are running away from the relegation zone. How do you approach the game? You're playing Kaizer Chiefs away from home. We know that Stellenbosch and Kaizer Chiefs, they have been like Stellenbosch, they kind of give Kaizer Chiefs a headache. And they drew with Mamelodi Sundowns of Fushi. It shows how good this team is, and they have like young players in their squad. So how do you see this game unfold?
As you mentioned, Stellenbosch, they weren't always in the top half. They were in relegation zone, and they were in the bottom half of the DStv Premiership. So it's good to see that the character and the team has risen, and led by their coach, and now they are in the top half. Obviously, last season they had some huge performances, huge results, and they believe they finished in the 4th spot, if I'm not mistaken. Last season, So it tells you that following their difficult season, they have sort of found that extra gear. And of recent weeks, they have strung some impressive results together. If you look at that Sundowns draw not so long ago, and they do face Sundowns in the quarterfinal of the Nedbank Cup. So there are some big fixtures for them. I believe they're away to Chiefs this weekend, but next time out they are away to Royal AM before they host Sundowns. So it's going to be an interesting few weeks for Stellenbosch, and you just wonder what could they do in the Nedbank Cup.
Okay, quickly give me your prediction on the game.
Look, with Ashley Dupree's returning, or rather facing his former club, I do think that he is gonna be an integral part of the attack. Obviously, he knows how those defenders play. He knows the keeper, Sage Steffens. Maybe what will happen if he's bearing down on goal. He might be able to preempt that. I think that this is an important game, obviously an historic game for him as well. and he could be the difference in this one. I'm going with him to be my anytime scorer, and I'm going with a Kaizer Chiefs win. I know that Stellenbosch struggle for goals away from home. They have won their previous 2 away league fixtures, but it's only 3 across the whole season. So it tells you that they might not have it in their enough gas in their chambers for this one. And I'm going with a Kaizer Chiefs win, 2-0.
I'll have to disagree with you on that one. I'll say it's a draw for me, a lovely draw. Yeah. So that's it from me, Ayanda, Vezi, and Desh, Parthab. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed, and you can also follow us on social media at SBN_ZA on Twitter. On Facebook, it's Soccer Betting News. Until next time, we're out.
Cheers.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.